Good morning, beautiful people. It's like 4 AM and I'm sat in a beautiful place in Tiruvannamalai. Still can't say it, I really struggled to say it. Tiru, in Tamil Nadu, in India. Came on a little trip, and yeah, this is the moment that the heavens have aligned to allow me to do this report. So I apologise if I'm a little bit groggy. So this is a Galactic Mayan Astrology report for the Blue Storm Wavespell. Now, blue storm energy can fill people with a lot of fear. It's like, oh my gosh, it's going to be stormy. What does that mean? How do we cope with it? And at the moment I'm running an astrology course online with all the Mayan astrology. And a lot of people have said within that, from the little bit that I've been able to check in with the past few days, that there's this fear and anxiety about what's coming within the blue storm. But blue storm energy is really a beautiful thing. You know, it's powerful in the same way as a storm. Storms are beautiful. And yeah, they're big and they're powerful and they can be a bit destructive. But my goodness, we've just been through the world bridge Wavespell. We've just been through the death of the old worlds. You know, now we're coming into a space of this storm, and the storm is all about transformation. So this Wavespell is really an opportunity for us to transform. It's an opportunity for us to really step through the gateway that we kind of initiated with the White World Bridger, and to come to this place where we are the thunder beings that have been forecast, that have been predicted to step upon the planet. What is a thunder being? A thunder being is essentially an empowered human being. And the interesting thing with the storm Wavespell and the storm energy is that there's nothing that we need to do. There's absolutely nothing that we need to do. We don't all sit around, perhaps in some cultures do, but as a rule in this culture we don't all sit around and say, okay, we're going to make it rain now, we're going to make a storm. It's not what happens. We experience the storm. So when it comes to the blue storm energy, like I said, there's this big energy of purification. It's really about healing and transforming and purifying. And that means that things might be taken from us. It means that there might be things that we've been holding on to that are ready to shift now. And I guess the key for this Wavespell, the key for the blue storm, is how can we be in the eye of the storm? And I think sometimes, you know, we really miss, personally, I really miss, you know, the energy of the blue monkey, which is in the centre of this process, which is about approaching things playfully and gentle. And, you know, when it comes to what we're ready to let go of or what's ready to shift, you know, it can all feel so heavy. So this idea of like staying in the eye of the storm, it's like, oh my gosh, well, how do I stay in the eye of the storm? I need to make sure that I'm prepared. Oh, I don't think I'm there yet, blah, blah, blah. But actually the reality is, you know, let's treat it playfully. So when we do swing out of balance, when we do feel like, oh my gosh, I'm totally lost in the mush of the chaos, we just allow ourselves to really gently and lovingly come back into centre and then take it from there. So this 13-day period may lead us to experience emotional storms. It may lead us to experience a chaos in our outer world. And the interesting thing with this Wavespell, as I keep talking about within these reports, we're coming to the end of a 13-year cycle in Red Moon. And in 2016, hold on, let me just calculate backwards. 18 to 19, 13, 17 to 18, 12, 16 to... So yes, so from July the 26th, 2007, wait, 16 to 17, there we go, 4 o'clock maths brain. Yes, so from July the 26th, 2016 to 2017, we were within the energy of Blue Storm. That entire year was the 11th year of our process within this 13 years of Red Moon. So this wave spell, as with all wave spells and every specific day of energy, is a microcosm for this greater pattern of energy that we've all created and experienced. And this is what the Mayan stuff really reveals. It's how, okay, so this is the energy, this is the theme of the energy for me in my life, and then every time we revisit that energy in a grander or smaller way, we're working with the same themes. So the themes that we're working with within this wave spell are the themes that we were working with for the entire year from 2016 to 17. And I know that for me, it was a really, really huge year. It was massive. I went through such an intense transformation. But the beautiful thing, interesting, one of my teachers at that time that really, supported me through my birthing process was a Blue Storm. And she's the most heart-centric, beautiful woman. And the experiences that I had within that year, they completely transformed me. But not in a horrendous way. Yeah, there were moments where I was crying my eyes out. There were moments where I felt in so much pain. But every single part of that was held within an incredibly loving space and was momentary in the grand scheme of the blissful birthing that I was experiencing. Blissful birthing, that's nice. So I really want to reassure and also maybe highlight, that, okay, so this idea of, projecting this meaning onto the sign, and if that's bringing up fear, is that something that's supportive? Maybe there's something to shift and change within that. So guidance for the next 13 days is we're going to be going through a process of transformation. It's a blue sign, and blue signs are always about transformation, but Blue Storm in particular. And it's really funny, always, whenever I think about and talk about Blue Storm, it makes me think of the Wizard of Oz. And it's interesting, I've had another little Wizard of Oz click recently with somebody that I'm very close to. And if you don't know the story of the Wizard of Oz, basically it's a girl called Dorothy that ends up finding herself in this huge storm. This huge tornado comes. And through the storm, she finds herself in Oz, which is this magical, mystical land. And she goes on a big quest and an adventure. So when it comes to this storm that we're going to be going through, whether it's a gentle storm, whether we are stood behind a window and witnessing the beauty of the storm, whether we're in the thick of it and we're trying to batten down the hatches in order to be alright, it's going to carry us somewhere. The storm always clears space, and when we step out of the house after the storm and we smell the earth, like, whoa! So there's nothing to do. All you gotta do is chill out. Chill out and treat it as a child would treat a storm. Not like a grown-up who's concerned that the car might get a bit damaged. Internal car. Really coming into that space where it's like, whoa! This is a magical mystery ride, and this entire experience of life is a magical mystery ride. And this whole... I recently went to a satsang, which I've never been to before, and it was quite cool because I'm really not into this guru energy, having the master and the disciples, and in the area that I'm in at the moment, in Tiraville and Alive, I'd nearly got it the other day as well, and it's gone again. There is really this energy of, you know, the disciples and the masters and these enlightened people that come, and then they do these satsangs, which is basically a question and answer session. And the guy that we went to see, Carl something or other, he's really kind of no bullshit, and he brings everything back to, like, everything that you're trying to do is fruitless anyway, because we're all one and we're all part of the same thing. And he's really funny, and it was really good to kind of experience that talk from him, because it was like, okay, yeah, he's dismantling this old paradigm too. Why did I share that though? Oh yeah, but the reason that I share that is because he really approaches it all with this energy of, like, it's all already written, it's all already done, so let go and enjoy the ride. And that's really the guidance, I guess, for the 13 days of Blue Storm, and generally in life, but especially because we've got this stormy energy. It's like, let go and enjoy the ride, and approach it with the beauty and the, whoa, this is amazing, like, and recognise as well that always the universe is wanting us to come into balance. So anything that's coming in, anything that feels challenging, any time that it feels like life has thrown all the cards in the air, there's a greater picture that we can't see, or we might not be able to see, and it's always for good, it's always for balance, it's always to highlight things that we need to look at, it's always to bring us closer to our hearts and closer to peace. So really, if the going gets tough, my auntie used to have a fridge magnet that said, if the going gets tough, the tough eat chocolate. Maybe do that. I definitely do that. But what I was going to say was, if the going gets tough, just remember, you know, it's all good, and we're all in it together. There's no escape. There's no need to escape, and it's a beautiful creation. Always a beautiful creation. So I hope that you enjoy the 13 days of Blue Storm. It looks like I'm going to be going to Colombia soon, which is very exciting. And then I will be in Europe for sure over some months of the summer. I'm going to be in the UK for July time, and I really look forward to sharing some things. I'm going to be doing a retreat in the mystical English lands for Mayan New Year, which is on 26th of July, and we're really going to be working deeply with these big codes that are coming in from the shift of the 13-year process, because we're going to be calling in a whole new 13-year experience. So I wish you all the best, and I'm sending you lots of love, and I'm doing this recording on my beloved's phone, so we'll see how that works out. Big love.